Do you have any kids?
I have one son. He's 8 years old.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Never been married before, no.
Okay. Brittany, what do you do for a living?
I'm a chef and I have a cannabis company as well.
Okay. So we got Brittany,
Hmm.
31, Gemini, DC. She's a chef, owns a cannabis company. Mom to an
Hmm.
8-year-old, never married. What kind of man
Got
you
it.
looking for, girl?
Um, well, Kendra, I guess I'm just looking for a real man. First of all, we'll start there.
The question is, the man you had a baby with, was he a real man or not? Because if the man you had a baby with wasn't a real man, but you had a baby with him, what do you expect from the new man? What's a real man? Can you? I hope she can. I hope Kendra can ask her to describe what a real man is.
Um, I'm really not too picky. I am Muslim, so I would prefer a Muslim man or a man that is willing to convert to Islam or is open to that. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of simple.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are bad conversation. Um, I like
Brittany, can
attention.
you
And if
change the phone where we're not looking down and it's kind of, is that possible? All right. What are
okay,
your deal breakers
okay.
again?
Yeah, my deal breakers are no conversation. I can't be with a man who has no conversational force. Not attentive, doesn't pay attention. And that's really it. That's it.
So, you said you want a Muslim man or willing to convert to
Islam,
Muslim,
correct.
correct?
Hmm.
I
Yes.
don't know too much about the religion, so hopefully I'm not being disrespectful. But
Hmm.
I think I like. Are you okay with him having multiple wives?
Kendra, thank you so much for asking me that. You're so smart. So I've actually been in a poly relationship before.
Okay.
And I was not Muslim, so I've only been Muslim for 3 years. But I've did that, and it's not my cup of tea. But because in the religion it's a little different, so I don't want to say that I'm opposed to having another wife, a sister wife, because it just depends on the circumstances. But a lot of people kind of think, and even men too, they just think that you can just go find a girl on the street and say, "Oh, she's beautiful. We have another wife," but it doesn't work like that.
Ma'am, so first of all, you converted to being a Muslim 3 years ago. Now you're trying to change the rules of the game, the rules of a whole religion. Come on, man. Also, this seems like a trend these days of women becoming Muslims, but they still don't dress like Muslims dress. Right? Like if she didn't tell me she was a Muslim, I wouldn't believe she is, especially dressed like this. Like you got to put some respect on people's religions and cultures. Cause yes, Islam or being a Muslim is a religion, but it's a culture, and they adhere to certain trends, certain rules and laws, right? So sounds like she changed to being a Muslim just out of it's a phase in their life where they either find Jesus, but these days they're more turning to being a Muslim. And now she's a Muslim, but she doesn't want a man who will be able to marry multiple wives. Yet that is allowed. Like you can't pick and choose, man, what you want. All right, you gotta adhere to the rules of the game, to the rules of the religion.
It's more so like a community thing. Let's say me and you were best friends and you had a husband, went to the masjid together, and your husband passed away.
Use somebody else, child. Don't use me as that example.
Okay, so
You
let's
okay?
well
You
let's
have a
say somebody
friend,
else, anybody. So
yes,
anybody,
and her husband, and y'all can, yeah. So use that, a different girl and her husband. Now continue.
well anybody, not you, but anybody. So and let's say her husband passed away, and she was a good friend of mine at the masjid that we go to. Then I wouldn't mind my husband marrying her because basically her husband has passed away and we're in the same community. And if she needs somebody to help take care of her children, which my husband could do and me, then it will be definitely okay with me. So it's just the circumstances. I'm not doing it for it to be sexualized, put it that way, because that's not what it's about.
Wow. I mean, even in that scenario, like you're saying, if your best friend's husband passed away, you would be okay with your husband marrying her, and you're looking
Mhm.
at it as a way to take care of her family. But that
Mhm.
means your husband will still have to have sex with her too,
Yeah.
That's correct.
and you
But
will be
see,
fine.
Yes, I would be fine with that. I would.
See, Geminis, shout out to the Geminis. I'm a Taurus. I don't know any Taurus girl that can get with that. But I feel like, but I know, but me sitting in this seat, you're not foreign. Like, I used to think poly was a thing that men wanted. But in the 4 years of sitting here, I have heard plenty of women say that's a good dynamic for them. So it's all about finding your people.
But don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that I want to be somebody's second wife, and I'm not saying that I want my husband to take on a second wife. I'm saying that the man has to understand Islam and the Deen. It's not about. It's not even about sex. Just put it that way. It's not about sex. So I just put it
Okay.
that way. So
I mean, lady, listen. All right, you just turned Muslim 3 years ago, but you're trying to speak like you're an expert in the religion. Okay? For all I know, there are, if they got the means, the man can get extra wives and they're going to have sex with them. So you can't pick and choose. It's either you want a Muslim man or you don't. And if he's a Muslim man and he has the means, he can get a second wife and the third and the fourth. Okay? So you became a Muslim, that's what comes with it. You got to respect the culture, you got to respect the religion. You can't pick and choose.
Okay. All right. Now, should the guy have to look, does he have to look a certain way?
um, I would prefer foreign. I would prefer a foreign man.
Okay.
I, I'm
Any
really.
race?
I mean, African or Arab.
Okay. African or Arab?
You want an African or Arab man, Muslim man, but you don't want him to have 2 or 3 wives? Are you crazy? I would understand if you want an American man who's Muslim. He might be okay with just having you as his wife, but you are not going to tell an African or an Arab Muslim man that he's gonna get you with your kid for him to play stepdad and then for him to not get other wives if he wants to. It's never gonna happen.
And he has to be Muslim or willing to become a Muslim man.
Correct.
Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
um, um, you know, enough to take care of me. So I want him to be, financially 6 figures or more would be good for me.
Okay.
Clearly, and you are lying. Not enough just to take care of you, enough to take care of you and your child, because it's not just you. You have a child. So
So he made 75K. Don't reach out to you.
He can reach out.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do the Kendrick and Brittany.
Okay, let me stand up, Kendra. Hold on. I don't got no big old butt or none of that. I'm just a regular girl. That's
You like
that's
you
who
have
I
a
am.
nice
So
shape. You have a nice
thank you,
shape.
thank you, Kendra. Thank you.
all right, I've had enough. So I'll link down below to Kendra's channel if you guys want to complete the whole video. But this is what we are talking about today, right? You cannot just turn Muslim and then demand a Muslim man who's not going to marry other women and you have a child. And now, in one sentence, you say the man must make 6 figures, but when Kendra is like, what about if he makes $70,000? And you're like, that's okay too. So it's like she's all over the place. But any of you guys who think she's a good catch, go find her IG and, good luck to you guys. Subscribe. Till next time. Peace.